Oops. Not you. Hello. Fix the monetization issue. We'll keep doing this. So hard. Alright, looks like we are all set to go. So, after showing off the main story as well as the new content from Eden, that just leaves us with one more thing to take care of for patch 5.2. And to do that, we've come here to Alamigo, where we are going to have to participate in the launch of a new enemy that is actually another relic from a Final Fantasy past. In fact, to coincide with the launch of the remake of Final Fantasy VII, this new enemy will be based from that game. And of course, it's an enemy we've seen quite a few times over the course of Final Fantasy VII, and so tonight we'll have to deal with the first of many of them. So hey there, Elizabeth and Miguel, and to everyone else that's just logging on, we're glad to have you with us here tonight. So, greetings people of the world, Matthias Griffin back with you here for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers Live. So, tonight, to do this, we are going to do something we have not done at all during the course of Shadowbringers content. We actually have to fight something in Eorzea, specifically Alamigo, where we are right in front of the gates to the Royal Menagerie, and since we are on the Eorzean side of things, that means that Shinji does not need to dress as the Warrior of Darkness here. So, for tonight, well, I guess we'll have to wait until later, but yeah, we'll get to that in a moment, but for now, I guess I'll have to do that before I officially go into battle. But first, let's focus on what we're going to be fighting. Let's go ahead and speak with this resistance officer to take on the new challenge entitled Ruby Doomsday. The Resistance and Alliance forces prepare in earnest as a new threat looms on the horizon. Oh, Shinji, glad you can make it. As you may have heard, Commander Olden has given orders to embark from Alliance headquarters to hold back the advance of the Empire's latest menace. Not that the soldiers stationed there are too chuffed about being on the front line against these new weapons. If they're designed to slay primals, they'd make short work of us mere mortals as well. Mind you, it's Gaius Belsar and his followers who've led the charge so far. By all accounts, they've been giving as good as they get. Well, it's good to know that Gaius is leading the charge on this. Well, part of his reconciliation, as it were. Unfortunately, the sorties have met with little success. I dare say they'd benefit greatly from your presence on the battlefield. If you're ready, my colleague over at Porta Praetoria will show you the way. Well, before we go there, what do you say we make a quick detour to Roger's Reach? Because, yeah, if we're going to be fighting over in Eorzea, we can't be showing up as the Warrior of Darkness. Also, can you guys hear the audio in game? For some reason, the image on my monitor is frozen, even though the stream looks like it's working fine. For whatever reason, it's frozen on my PC that I'm streaming from. That's really weird. I hope it's not a shadow of things to come. Anyway, yeah. If we're going to be over here in Eorzea fighting, it's only right that we change our armor back to blue. Now that we got that taken care of, let's go back to Porta Praetoria. Yeah, we're in Eorzea, which means it's the Warrior of Light's turn to engage in battle. So, let's make our way down over this way. Down to the base of the stairs of the Porta. And we will touch down and speak with the Resistance fighter. Head into headquarters, I take it? Indeed we are. Head into headquarters, I take it? Indeed we are. Okay, the game audio comes in fine. That's so weird that on my own PC, it looks like I'm still holding the exact same spot as I was when I first went on the air. So, yeah, we've caught up with Gaius now, and he's with his two friends who we met back all the way in Othard, over in the Burn. So, yeah, now they officially have names. So, he has Severa and Vodolan to accompany him. So, let's go and speak with Gaius. Hello there. So your mind is set? Indeed it is. Then I shall apprise you of the situation. Do tell. We have discovered that the previously abandoned Ultima Weapon project is being helmed by the reformed 7th Legion. They have already succeeded in producing several prototypes, one of which is set to be deployed on the Eorzean front. Its name, the Ruby Weapon. Severa and I were able to get within striking distance during one of its test runs and made an attempt to destroy it. An attempt that ended in failure, alas. Based on our knowledge of the original Ultima weapon, the explosives we employed should have been sufficient to blast its armor plating, but they barely left a mark. Yeah, and as if you'll notice as well, Severa is actually Garlean, but she's missing her... She's either missing her third eye, or she's painted it black to hide it from view from others. We suspect the gifts of its predecessor may have proven the source of its resilience. As you well know, the Ultima weapon was designed to absorb aether from icons, and the Ruby weapon no doubt shares that ability. If any was summoned during the uprisings in Golemo's occupied territories, and thereafter consumed, our enemy would become all the more formidable. But its near impenetrable armor was only the beginning of our troubles. It fought back with whip-like claws that can be extended and contracted at will. In the face of such opposition, we were forced to withdraw. Gaius was injured shielding me from the ruby weapon's assault. Even now he struggles to stand. Damn it all, if I hadn't been so careless, this wouldn't have happened. You needn't concern yourself. Let us not forget that I am the one who initiated the Ultimate Weapon project. If I must give my life to bury this shameful legacy, then so be it. If we were to face it as you are now, you'd be cut down before you even hovered within firing distance. In any case, we can't afford to lose the information in your head on both the foe we face and the Empire itself. We all know that asking for Shinji's assistance presents our best chance of stopping that war machina. It is true that if anyone were capable of putting down such a monstrosity, it would be him. And so, though I have no right to ask this of you, will you lend us your strength? Yeah, we gotta give this some thought. Yeah, I'm not one to back down for a fight, or, yeah, probably more accurately, I do this for Eorzea. You have my thanks. And man, though I must impress upon you the urgency of our situation, we have received word that the Empire is preparing to advance on the Gimlet Dark. That is where we will intercept them. If our fears are proving correct, the ruby weapon will be among their host. Should it break through our lands, there is no telling the devastation it will wreak. Make no mistake, the very survival of Eorzea hangs in the balance. Once you have steeled yourself for the battle ahead, your escort will lead the way. And he's right over there. Yeah, big burly Rogadin. And away we go. What price must the world pay for my hubris? It'll likely be a lot. But yeah, for those of you who are familiar with the Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play to this point, you'll be familiar with things such as the Warring Triad from Heaven's Ward or the Four Lords from Stormblood. So this series on the weapons is basically an extension of that. Several hours ago in the Guardian-occupied city of Wurlitz Magitech installation. Yeah, we go now to where the thing is ready to be on its way. And there it is. Commencing ruby weapon activation sequence. All units stand by. Yeah, take a look at this thing. And someone's even driving it. Initiating synthetic ore sight system. Fusion successful. No signs of incompatibility. Awaiting your signal. Ruby weapon, codenamed Darnus, ready for launch. Yeah, and to call her gutsy is an understatement. Yeah, she's ready to drive this thing right into the heat of battle. So let's go ahead and speak with our escort. Vodalan has briefed me on our mission. I am to take you as far as our expected point of contact with the ruby weapon. Once we arrive, the rest is up to you, I'm afraid. Not a problem, as we now have access to the Cinder Drift. And so, before we make our way in there, it'll probably be a good idea for me to chow down on something. But what do I have that I can use, though? Am I really low on attack items? As far as food is concerned? Oh, that's too bad. Because yeah, most of the stuff is for tanks and for mages. We might as well go with, even if we only get one stat out of it, we might as well just go with the something. So let's go ahead and use the blood tomato juice to build up our direct hit rate. So let's go into trials and activate Cinder Drift. Though the original Ultima weapon piloted by Gaius Belsar was destroyed in the decisive battle at the Praetorium, Garlemald has been secretly developing its successor. Now, this diabolical melding of Allegan and Guardian technologies has been deployed to annihilate those who would oppose the Empire. At the behest of none other than Gaius Belsar himself, you cross the scorched battlefield of the Gimlet Dark to halt this crimson menace before it lays waste to Eorzea. And as you see, yeah, you needed to be prepared for this, because this thing comes in with a minimum required level of 455. And we get an instant queue because people are just filing in to get their teeth, to sink their teeth into this battle. And so now, back to the Gimlet Dark and the Cinder Drift. Yeah, the ruby weapon's out there somewhere. In fact, here it comes. This thing and its pilot are on the way. And it's time for us to confront it. Mark III Anti-Icon War Machina, the ruby weapon. Enemy detected, commencing attack! Yeah, with a creepy glint in its eye. I mean, if the big freaky mother alien face wasn't any indication enough. And I get to run with a fellow Dragoon in this run. My brother, it's an honor to be at your side. I'm ready to sink my teeth into this thing. Let's do this. Three, two, one. Link to my brother and go. Yeah, you may have noticed as well, the text box is different as well, which is another interesting addition to this. This is something also optimized Ultima will be cast multiple times by the ruby weapon. Alright, runs to the middle. Yeah, watch out for those claws. Alright, I will shoot out a battle of my own. Yeah, we gotta watch out for the fire here. Not only that, we also have to watch the pattern on the floor. Because, yeah, if you're not standing where it's white, you're gonna fall into quicksand. Yeah, that's the first trick that this thing employs. Yeah, for those of you who remember the hard version of the Sunken Temple of Karn in the first mini-boss that did a similar thing, well, it's brought back again here. Yeah, says you won't even see them coming, but there actually is a tell. Not only does it start with AoE, but these you have to keep an eye on the lines as well. Because the AoE will then proceed to trace those lines. You know, well, that red mage is not having a good day so far. Now we have a split stack mech. That killed my brother because we didn't have 4 and 4. And now it's gonna go off on a fancy pattern. And we have to basically follow it wherever it goes. And if it runs into you, then obviously it's gonna hurt. Alright, if I can't have... Yeah, like, link me to someone. Yeah, why are you all hiding over there? The enemy's facing the middle of the field. Yeah. Only one safe spot, and it's right underneath the ruby weapon itself. And then you gotta scatter. Or in my case, stand your ground. But yeah, I am shocked that the tanks are not pulling the ruby weapon forward. There we go. Well, it did that willingly this time round. I gotta run from this one this time round. Oh, but stay away from that. Let it down, let it down. Yeah, no quicksand use this time. The tanks are doing a good job of containing the position. Alright, more Flexiclaw. I can use Dragonfire Dive while it's doing this move. Okay, so once again it's going to go to Tracing on AoE. We just have to move to accommodate that movement. Oh, Stack Mech. Split Stack Mech. How did it get to where it was 6 and 2? Ugh. Alright, now it's gonna go on this fancy pattern again. Get as much damage as we can before it starts moving. Because we cannot damage it while it's doing this. And then over here. Alright, my brother. Let's link up again. Whoa. Yeah, those look pretty cool, but of course they're deadly for us. Yeah, gotta avoid that massive AoE. And then you gotta run. And hope that you're not overlapping. Yeah, you take it this time, my brother. Yeah, we're almost there. As you can see, this fight is not that hard. But it does have an enrage here at the end, so we still have to beat it before this enrage gets off. 4, 3, 2, 1, got it. No problem, right? Yeah, this thing's not so bad. So yeah, they say activating Oversoul. What does that mean? Oh, it said switching to Oversoul mode, loading data sample. Yeah, if you're paying attention to the text, this just changed, and we're not done. Because the pilots just changed. Yeah, not only did their appearance change, but now they're under full mind control. For those of you not familiar, this is Nail Van Darnus, one of the last vestiges of Final Fantasy XIV 1.0, who was the final boss in Bahamut Final Round 9. And now, through some fancy tech by the Garleans, she's back. Possessing the pilot who was driving the ruby weapon, and now she's controlling it. Now we have to deal with some additional enemies. Gotta get to them and start killing them. Yeah, we had to kind of back off before we could really go for it. What are you doing? My brother, why? He ran into me and took us both out! Why? My brother, why? And now we're starting over. Well, that collapsed in a heartbeat. And that finishes us off. My brother, why? Well, thankfully, we don't have to start from the very beginning. We're allowed to resume from the start of part 2. But yeah, I gave you space to attack. Why would you jump into me? I gave you space to run. Why did you jump into me? Please don't do it again. Please don't do it again. Please don't do it again. Yeah, please don't do it again, whatever you do. Alright, now go for it. Hey there, Ichigo. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. But yeah, as you can see, we have to beat the clock. And each attack that this version of the Ruby weapon does is very devastating. Because you basically have to beat the clock, but even then you're not done. Yeah, let's get behind her. Yeah, I don't know why everyone wants to be in cleave position, to be honest. And now we gotta run from this. Although there's not much space to run. So you're basically forced to take it. And then run behind. Oh! Oh! I almost left that too late! I almost left that too late! I guess the one who's taking this is me. Oh, keep me alive, keep me alive! No one's noticing this! No one's noticing this! I'm about to die because no one's noticing this! Oh. Yeah, you're welcome, by the way. Now at least keep me alive. Yeah, Nail is absolutely crazily delirious here. Yeah, going into outrage mode now. And it's just spamming it ad nauseum. I'm gonna get away. Well, this isn't to us. Alright, load up. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, because now it's only doing one attack, so This is the right opportunity to implement limit break usage. But now we have to outrun this. Got it. It was that close. But yeah, that's how these things end. They always go right down to the wire. But we got it. You may have killed us both, but you're still my brother. I'm still gonna commend you. So yeah, we may have hit a bump in the road, but ultimately we have prevailed, and we claim victory over the ruby weapon and the reincarnation, the second reincarnation in this game of Nail Van Darnus. So yeah, for those of you who ever get the chance to do the Binding Coil of Bahamut and its sequels, yeah, that's a thing now that exists. But yeah, it's an intense fight right down the wire. And so, after our victory, hey there, Gaius. Even from afar, your figure was unmistakable. As ever, an impressive display. Thank you. Though, as I'm sure you will concur, the ultimate weapon pales in comparison to this new monstrosity. If the research is allowed to continue, the next model will be nigh on unstoppable. Well, honestly, aside from that one mess up with the mechs, this is a walk in the park. Yeah, the ruby weapon is actually a very easy fight, all things considered. With that in mind, the Alliance has enlisted the help of... Wait, I hear something. What do you hear? Who goes there? A female Aura? Hey Shinji, we found one of your own. Here to sift through what remains of the ruby weapon, are you? And she's not alone. Ali, what do you think you're doing? Just staring at him. Ali? Oh, you know her? You know her? Father! Father? It has been too long, Alphonse. And you too, Rex. So apparently you all know each other. And this guy is not happy to see Gaius for some reason. Given that the Empire is proceeding with the weapon project and making inroads into Eorzea, I suppose it was only a matter of time until our paths crossed. It was wonderful to see you again, Father, although I can't say I think much of the company you've been keeping. No, I guess not. I know a lot's happened, but I'm just glad you're right. And now, you can come back to Garlemald with us. I don't think it's going to be that easy. My days serving the Empire are over. But because you're suspected of assassinating Emperor Varus? Probably more than that. But we know you never do a thing like that! There must be a way to prove your innocence! Then everything can go back to the way it was! Like, can you explain yourself? Well, in this instance, we're gonna have the Echo explain it for us. Yeah, guys, can you explain why these people are calling you their father? But no, it's the Echo that will tell us all about it. So, a long, long time ago. So he found you two shivering on the roadside when he was going through Wurlit? Lucky for you, eh? If we hadn't, we'd probably be dead by now. At least they're alright. As for us three, all our parents all died in the epidemic. We'd still be begging on street corners if it weren't for him. And so you all ended up here. I just wish there was a way we could repay Lord Gaius for all the kindness he's shown us. He fights for the Empire, so we should too. That's what makes him proud of us. That's how you came to do what you've been doing? You're saying we should join the army? Child conscription, though? Well, given what the Guardians have done, I would not be shocked if child conscription included something like this. I don't think that's such a good idea. Everyone in Werlit was scared of the Guardians. Why would we want to be like them? Lord Gaius is different. I know he is. You're right. He always says that the strong should lead the weak. Maybe that's why he took us in. And thus, alright, if becoming a soldier is what it takes, I'll do it. Who's with me? Count me in, and maybe one day people will look up to us like we do Lord Gaius. Yeah, an act of compassion from an unexpected source causes these 5 to do what they did. Then it's settled. From now on, we're all brothers and sisters fighting for the same cause. Brothers and sisters? Then that would make Lord Gaius our father? Well, if he doesn't mind us calling him that, I suppose so. And that makes you our big brother since you're the oldest. You better be nice to us or I'm telling father. Yeah, look how happy they all are. And knowing who they were going to fight on behalf of. It's kind of tragic when you think about it. Father, since you went away, a lot has changed in the Empire. For us too. If we'd known that you were still out there, still alive, none of this would have happened. Why do you say that? What do you mean? The truth is... Oh, we're not going to tell him? Yeah. Their escort has come to pick them up. Yeah, we've said enough already. And away they go. If you must go, I will not stop you, but answer me this. Who was piloting the ruby weapon? We all know that Nail Van Donis has not returned from the dead. Who do you think? What do you mean? It was Melisandre. Yeah, in other words, one of their sisters. Yeah, like, what? No! No, I refuse to believe that! Yeah, that cute little girl got turned into nail, and then that tragedy occurred. I refuse to believe you would let that happen! She was a sister to you! To all of you! We only want to finish what you started. And while we will never forget all you have done for us, the next time we meet it shall be as enemies. Goodbye, Father. Yeah. As for you, hero of Eorzea, you'll pay for what you did to Melisandre, I swear it! Yeah, I'm responsible for killing one of their own. And away they go. Yeah, as you probably may have guessed, this will not be the last we see of them. And so, back over to the Gimlet Dark to speak with Gaius. Yeah, you have a lot on your mind, don't you? And in the meantime, here comes Sid to try and break the ice. Well, well, Gaius van Belsaw, we meet again. Come to see how your precious weapon project has been proceeding in your absence, have you? You will come to collect data on the ruby weapon, correct? The pilot, Melisandre, should still be inside the cockpit. I will ask Vorderland to escort you to the wreckage. Yeah, I need some time alone. Any idea who this Melisandre is? An imperial crony of his, perhaps? Oh, it's more than that. He was their role model. One of the orphans. Gaius always did have an eye for talent and a mind to nurture it. In fact, Livius Ars Junius was another protege of his. And love interest. He even took me under his wing when my father became obsessed with the Meteor Project. It's strange that I felt closer to Gaius than my own flesh and blood. Then, my father and countless others lost their lives in the Beziar incident. Although he was acting under Emperor Solus's orders, he masterminded the whole thing. I begged him to reconsider, to put an end to this madness, but my words fell on deaf ears. That's when I turned to Gaius for support, but he was as much a pawn of the Emperor as my father and refused to intervene. And when my term came to serve, I defected and fled to Eorzea, and then proceeded to lose your memory for 5 years. I blame Gaius as much as any of them, perhaps even more for the barbaric acts carried out in the name of conquest. But when we met at the Praetorium, all the hatred that had been festering inside me seemed to fade away, and I remembered the man I once suspected. Maybe it can be that way again? To think the dreaded Black Wolf was a mere plaything of the Asians who left him broken and disgraced, having sent thousands of his men to early graves. It's more than most can bear, and now the lives of the children he raised hang in the balance. Any personal grievances I have with Gaius can wait. I best gather what information I can on the ruby weapon, but I'll be back as soon as possible. And we'll look forward to seeing what you have in store for us. Yeah, as you can see, this is already a story rooted in tragedy. So now let's go and speak with Gaius again. If Sid is as I remember him, he will not take long for him to finish investigating the remnants of the ruby weapon. He was never one to waste time. And so, sometime later... And Sid's back. My engineers are still in the field, but there's something I thought you should know right away. It's about the pilot. I'm not sure how to tell you this, but... if Melisandre is dead, I only hope she was not made to suffer. Given what we saw of what happened to her, I think she did. Death would have been a kindness. In all my years, I've never seen such a perversion of science and nature. Her body was fused with the ruby weapon's core. Those last moments must have been spent in pure agony as her very life's essence was drained from her. So she was sacrificed to power that infernal machine. Yeah, a welling act. We must act quickly if we are to prevent the Empire from committing further atrocities. Shinji, is there any other information you can share with us regarding the ruby weapon prior to its deactivation? Yeah, I believe I can fill you in on some of the particulars. Nail Van Donis? Did the Legatus mean that much to Melisandre? From what I gather, it sounds as if data based on Nail's combat capabilities was used to override the pilot's consciousness after she was fused at the core. If this technology is perfected, the Empire begins implanting the memories of renowned warriors such as the White Raven into its shoulders. The Alliance won't stand a chance. Is such a thing even possible? That's more or less how soul crystals work, or a similar method of transference was used on the prototype Estinian file, was it not? Oh, so you know about this? Your friend did mention he overheard the Signiferi loading various sets of data into the test model during the battle. It would appear that the system has improved since then. While it may bear some similarities, we won't know for certain until we've analyzed the wreckage of the Ruby weapon. It cannot be denied that combining combat data from an experienced soldier with the powers of an icon has yielded remarkable results. But in doing so, the Empire has sunk to the very depths of depravity. This is beyond forgiveness. For once, I agree with you, yet one question remains unanswered. How were they able to obtain data on someone who was supposedly killed prior to the calamity? That's what I'm trying to determine. There is one possibility I'd like to explore, but I'll need to carry out a more thorough investigation first. Severa will provide support while you are in the field. Not only is she extremely well versed in the latest Thangalian technology, there are few soldiers I would rather have watching my back. And so, yeah, nice to make your acquaintance. And so away they go. In the meantime, Vodalan and I will follow the Ruby weapon's tracks back to its point of origin. We will learn what we can of the weapon project and the manner in which Alphonse and the others are involved. Should we uncover anything of value, we will relay it to the troops stationed here. For now, I suggest you use this lull in Gaulian activity to recuperate. I believe we will do just that. Would that be correct in guessing that this belated reunion with those darling orphans of yours has stirred up memories of your time in Garlemald? I guess it would, wouldn't it? Remember our agreement, Gaius. And what would it be? If you so much as think of returning to your Imperial masters, I will kill you. And given that expression on his face, I wouldn't put it past him. Yeah, there's a lot on the line for everyone here. And so, we're back out into the field. And so we'll head on over to the Resistance officer to complete the quest for the start of the Ruby weapon. Hello there. So you put down the Ruby weapon. Gods, I wish I could have seen it. Not from too close, mind. I suppose I should report news of your victory to the higher-ups. I realize you must have been through quite the ordeal, but could you give me a quick summary of the battle? Yes, of course I can. You make it sound so easy. From the way you tell it, anyone would think you slay hulking brutes like that for a living. I'll put all of this into a report and leave a copy over there should you fancy a bit of light reading. Anyway, I expect you've got more pressing matters to take care of, like going for a celebratory pint, and eventually returning to the first as well. If the Gaulians pluck up the courage to come knocking again, we'll let you know. Until then, rest up! And so with that, we'll take our 4,255 gil for completing this quest. And thus the Ruby weapon is defeated, and one of the orphans, who Gaius took under his wing, is now dead. Meanwhile, in the Whirlit Magitech installation, yep, we're going back there again. Yeah, here's that pack of orphans. And now they're accompanied by the one who was not present. We should have told him the truth. He'd be able to help us, I know he would. That's exactly the problem, Ellie. If he knew the true nature of the weapon project, he'd find some way to interfere. We've come too far to back down now. I won't let Melisandre's death be in vain. Yeah, so obviously they're gonna get their revenge. Even if that means going against father's wishes. Cheer up, Alphonse. We can all go back to being one big happy family after we've dealt with those pesky Eosians. It'll be just like old times. If only it were that simple. There's no guarantee any of us will make it back alive. Excuse me, I think you're forgetting whose turn it is next, O ye little faith. With me at the helm of the sapphire weapon, it'll be over before you know it. So in other words, we know who's going to die next. Whatever happens, Rex, promise you'll come back to us. I couldn't bear to lose you too. Yeah, sorry Rex, but you're gonna be next on the blacklist. Yeah, well, when I saw this unfold as it was, I was thinking to myself, this is like Need for Speed Most Wanted. We're just gonna get rid of the blacklist one by one. And so by completing that, that now allows us access to the extreme version of the Ruby Weapon Battle. But we won't worry about that here. We've accomplished everything we needed to do. And so, with all that taken care of, we're going to go ahead and do a roulette before we go ahead and call it a night. So, yeah, why do you say we take a crack at doing something interesting? Why don't we bring out my dancer? It's been a long time since I played on my dancer. So maybe we should let that get an opportunity to go somewhere. I don't want to do expert roulette yet. I want to wait until after tomorrow, because tomorrow's of course reset. So yeah, we'll chill out here and wait for level lady roulette to get underway, and then we'll have at it. Give myself the opportunity to return to learning how to dance. Alright. So we'll go ahead and make our way back over to Shiro. How's my currency looking? Well, I don't have enough to buy anything, so we'll just have to deal with it. Yeah, for those of you who are still with us, thoughts on what you've seen with the Ruby Weapon Battle? Yeah, not just fighting it, because like I said, even though we had that step up, with Mathia and Corinne, I was able to get the clear on the first try. It's a lot easier than one would think would be for something at that high of a level, for item level. Alright, go ahead and stuff some money in here. Yeah, also you may have noticed that our company chest is now a little bigger. Yeah, we can only view only, but that's because that With patch 5.2, we gained the ability to start increasing our free company's rank again. So, as of today, we officially got our third additional rank, so now we are rank 11. So yeah, it's suffice it to say, like, that it's really cool that we did that. In fact, we got 2 ranks on day 1 because I literally had so much gear to unload between Shinji, Corinne, and Mathia that we were able to get 2 ranks with ease. Yeah, I had literally had so much stuff I needed to unload that it was just that easy to be able to do something like that. Just want to check something here. Oh, I should let you guys know, I've been given an invite to participate in not 1, but 2 speedrun marathons, both on Saturday. 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon, so... one is for Pixels for Peace, who I was involved with last year. And the other one is for NASA, North American Speedrunners Association, who have also been associated with before. Yeah, the one with NASA is actually not far from where I live. It's only like 30 miles south of where I live. And it's actually being held in some guy's house. Yeah, I guess he invited a whole bunch of us to come join us at his house so that we could do... he could host some speedrun marathoning, but also as well doing some extra games as well. He wanted to do a D&D, a Dungeons and Dragons session, among other things as well. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with all that on Saturday. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. How is that possible? Hey there, Nate. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Okay, so, yeah, while I'm waiting for this queue, I just had my mind blown. I did not know it was possible to beat Orem Vale normally in less than 10 minutes, but someone just posted a video showing that they did. Yeah, because everyone knows how frustrating Orem Vale is and how easy it is to die there. And yet someone and their group beat that place in less than 10 minutes. My mind is blown right now. Because that is the hardest dungeon in the game by far, and someone somehow found a way to beat it in under 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to be wrapping my head around that one for a long time. Well, hopefully we don't get left in limbo too long. Yeah, how? Because yeah, last week I actually got a time that would have beaten my personal best if I was filming of about 12 minutes. And I was thinking to myself, wow, this is probably going to be like the apex of the Aurum Vale for a long time. Turns out it wasn't even going to sniff what the apex was. Ugh. Let's go for some fun in the Gold Saucer for a while. Alright. I'm pretty sure this is something that I can't participate in currently because I am in queue. So we'll just have to deal without it. And let's head on over to the Cacpot Broker. It's been a while since we've talked to this guy. Oh, 10,000? Nope. 3,600 going this way. And I got two of those numbers. Two in the corner. 10,000? Same number from before. And that wasn't much better. Yeah, it's like, man, quit trolling. Well, there's no way to get 10,000 here. In fact, there's nothing good on this one. And that's probably the maximum we could have gotten. Alright. Who's on currently? Yeah. I wonder, is there any gear I currently have that I can continue to dump off over in Limsa? Well, it looks like that problem with my PC that's doing the streaming being frozen finally got fixed. But well, looking at my laptop and seeing the stream there, like, it shows me that everything's working fine. So yeah, we'll be heading up to the upper decks the moment that we get sunset here in Limsa. 80s, huh? Hold on, let me check this guy out. The 80s, my dude. Well, it certainly didn't take them long. They're already ranked 12. So it must be just a really niche group of people. Alright, away we go to wherever it is we're going. This is the new 80 roulette, so it's either going to be Amaranth, the Academia, or the Twinning. And it's the latter. Alright, I'm ready to dance with you all. Let's do this. Let's go have some fun. Watch out. Make it a point to use all of my abilities as best I can. Get to the blue. Well, at least they refined the mechanics on the dancing. Alright, away we go. Yeah, not one, not two, but three en avant. Alright, take the launch. Alright, time to start spinning. Oh, back away, back away. Okay, good, it was nice. It was stopped. Okay, how come it didn't do anything? Yeah, I guess I'll have to get adjusted to the new mechs. Yeah, because I didn't get the way I used to get it. Alright, away we go. Yeah, catch up, catch up. Take this. I'm gonna get clear. Watch out for the pain. Yeah, I have noticed that they also have retained the old gauge. Alright, there we go. Alright, get the launch. Alright, time to deal with this alpha. And also maybe you've noticed as well that the music that they brought in for sub-boss duels for patch 5.2 is now the permanent mini-boss music for any boss in Shadowbringers. Except this is a remix version. I need to step over here. Or maybe not. Oh, tank, that's a bad idea. Oh wow, how did that miss? I'm gonna take it as far away as we can. Yeah, we're definitely getting a lot of spawns. Yellow to green. You're gonna stand your ground? Yeah, I almost never see anyone do that. I have seen like a couple of people do that, but not many. We are all clustered too much. Like, I know why we are, but that's not an excuse. Blue, red, green, yellow, and perform. Why? Red, blue, and use this. What? How? Hold on, I need to see that on my... How did they die? They have perfect health at this point. So we get away from the danger. Then the samurai, for whatever reason, decides to come say hello. But then what kills them? I still don't get it. I still don't get it. His tank buster is a cleave. Yo, well, it did more than just that. I mean, I honestly don't even know why the tank and why the healer and the samurai were standing where they were, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, that was just weird all around. Okay, next dance. Yellow to blue. Almost. And there we go. Alright, let's follow them along. Oh, can't yet. Yeah, load up for a limit break. Wow, that did not take off much. It barely scratched them. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Red to yellow. Alright. Yeah, that'll help wear things out. There we go. Alright, ready when you are. Let's do this. Alright, shift to the side. And dance again. And back off a little. Yeah, so far so good. Oh, don't come in yet. Now come in. There's what we're looking for. Yeah, stay on them. Oh, we can go again. Green's red. And go. Oh, staying clear. Yeah, thankfully I'm ranged so I can hit from all the way over here. Oh, that does hit from distance. Awesome. Green to yellow. Alright, I guess we'll use it on the next enemy. No apologies there, Elizabeth. No need to. Yeah, no apology necessary there, Elizabeth. I can't stop people from having to interact with their families once in a while. I mean, they are your family. Yeah, there we go. That's the damage we were expecting. Whoa. Yeah, that's how you bleed them. Alright, more dancing. There we go. And it leads right into the 4-step. And there it is. Off towards the end of this. Of course, I know what I gotta focus on first. Whoa! 45,000 on a crit hit! Damn. Yeah. That's not gonna do it. Yellow to green. Whoop, look out. It's yellow to, or blue to green rather. Almost got it. There we go. Now, thankfully, this music has not been changed. Yeah, good thing they didn't change this music. It would have been a crime if they did. Whenever you're ready there, Mr. Scythe-wielding Dark Knight. Green to yellow. And then let's 4-step our way to success. Yeah, there it goes. Blue to yellow. There goes that stuff. Alright. Thankfully I have plenty to run over here. Plenty of room to run over here. Right. Oh, look out for that stuff. Okay, I see it. I was like, where's the rest of this? Okay, load up for some more steps. Okay, it's doing this move. Okay, we should be fine over here. Yes. All clear. Yellow. Okay, red to blue, and then saber dance, and then 4 steps of awesome. Oh, careful about those. I'm almost to double limit break here. Alright, given where things are, we are fine where we are currently. But someone stepped where they shouldn't have. Three, two, one, and down. And almost dead. Where's my healing waltz? Oh, right here. Like, I knew you were around here somewhere. Yeah, I forgot that I put you right on the front page. Oh, watch out for those. Yeah, staying clear. But not that clear. Oh, jeez. This is awkward. Yeah, I could see that laser was coming right at me. And I needed to get it out of the way. We're almost there. Almost got this. And there we go. We have prevailed. Yeah, let's go ahead and let Shinji do his thing. And we gotta come out of it. Yeah, we definitely saw some good damage of that. Obviously, if the gear was optimized and the material was optimized, I'd be able to do even more damage. But of course, it's not my main. Nonetheless, it was really nice to get to do this again. And now we have gear that we can actually turn in over at the Maelstrom. Yeah, and also... yeah, you may have noticed, baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo. Yeah, they brought a little baby shark into the patch 5.2, known officially as the Major General. I don't know where you get this Major General, quote unquote, from. Oh, but I do see a dragoon over on the right side. Yay! Yeah. And these two baby sharks can't stop looking at each other. Well, I can also, now that I have the opportunity, activate some company actions. And then we'll proceed to turn some of this stuff over. Yeah, a couple of things, but hey, it's still things. Gonna turn you over. And then that's that. Alright. So, we got what we were looking for. We had the opportunity to participate in the new version of the Ruby weapon. And of course, can't wait to see what it'll look like when we actually see it in Final Fantasy VII Remake in a couple of months. So, yeah, as far as streaming right now is concerned, I'm going to try to see if I can get the new solid state drive on my new PC to actually get working. Someone told me about a way I could possibly do that. I'll see how I can do it. I'm probably going to spend the rest of the night trying to figure it out, but I hope that all of you enjoyed it. Well, it's not my fault there, Elizabeth. I mean, Square Enix literally put this thing in. I had nothing to do with this. They must have heard the song and they were inspired to come up with this thing and put it in game. And whoa, that was a fancy move that it just did. But yeah, as far as streaming is concerned, I will be back tomorrow. Probably with Persona 5, but we'll see how things go. Probably I'm gonna, if I'm able to get the solid state to work, then I'll be able to focus my attention on trying to do some games done quick, because my window of opportunity for trying to get a run in is really closing fast, and I'm worried that I might not have a good enough run by the time the deadline comes around in 3 weeks to qualify. And I'm really, really worried about that, because I really want to get this into games done quick for their summer events. So we'll see how it unfolds. I hope that all of you will get the chance to see it, and maybe if we're lucky, we might be able to qualify. But for now, I'd like to thank everyone for watching tonight's edition of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers Live, and I will see you guys back here again tomorrow night. Hope you all enjoyed the Ruby weapon story, because, yeah, the way it's going so far, we're going to see a lot more family ties getting torn up as a result. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.